Okay, I think it's recording. Hopefully I did it right. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So, as you guys just watched,
Hi.
yeah, you say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so, Malvinishka, what did we just watch Catherine talk about?
About the lions.
About the lion's den, that's right.
Ma,
So,
wait.
yeah. So, was there a king in the story?
Yes.
Yes. And there was Daniel.
Yeah.
Your turn. Say Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel. And Daniel had some friends, right?
Yeah.
And what did and what did Daniel like to do? What did Daniel always do?
Pray to God.
He prayed to God, right? And do you think Daniel did that in the easy times? When life was easy? Yeah. And when other time did he do that? Did he do that when life was hard? Yeah, he had his quiet time with God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did the king tell everybody to do?
Pray to only Him.
Pray to only him. And how do you think God felt about that?
What's Mama?
Yeah, Nicholas, come here, come sit with Mama.
Mama?
Yeah, shh, come here. Nicholas found the camera. Don't touch it, come here. Okay, so how do you think God felt when the king said everybody should pray to the king? Sad? Why do you think he felt sad?
Because that's not good.
That's not good. We're supposed to pray to God and have a relationship with God, right? A special relationship. Okay, now we have some crafts for you guys. Me and Malvina and Nicholas are gonna do some cool stuff so that you guys can do at home. And our first thing is gonna be a little science experiment that Malvina has no clue what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna take the camera so we can get a closer shot and see, she can see. So you keep the cup on the plate. So in this special mixture, I put a little bit of food coloring, 3 tablespoons of warm water and 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Oh, and a little bit of dish soap. So some of you older kids can guess what it's gonna do, but Malvina and Nicholas have no idea. Okay, Nicholas, sip туда.
It's like a volcano.
It's like a volcano. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Big.
How does that make you feel?
Me? Happy.
Happy? Any other feelings?
Come on. Cool.
Cool. Is it exciting?
Uh-huh.
Look at that. Look at it bubble. Look, it just keeps bubbling and bubbling.
I just touched it.
You just touched it. So kiddos at home, if you Google how to make a volcano, it'll tell you the instructions. We put vinegar, water, baking powder, and soap. Big bubble.
Bubble.
Is it bubbles?
Yeah, he wanted bubbles in the pool, so I kept on sliding. Bubble,
That's cool.
bubble.
Yay.
Hi.
Say hi again. Okay,
Hi.
so how did that make you feel?
Hi.
And cool, okay. You know that feeling? Is it kind of the same feeling when Bobby FaceTimes you and calls you on the camera? Yeah, or Rafaela or some of your friends? So now that everybody's not in school and not at work and social distancing from themselves, they have to kind of call each other or FaceTime, and it's pretty exciting to talk to people, right?
Baba.
When you talk to people, you build a relationship. So every time me and you talk, we get a little bit closer. And every time you tell me a secret or I tell you something, we get even more closer, right? Well, that's how God feels when we say a prayer to him, when we talk to him. He gets super excited because that means that we want to work on our relationship. It's like FaceTiming Bobby and telling her all about your dollhouse, right? Well, God feels the same way because that means that we value him and we want to talk to him and we want to learn from him. Oh man. Okay, so it's really important to work on our quiet time and on our prayer time with God. Ew. That's baking soda.
Oh.
Is it nasty? Why would you stick your finger in? Yeah. Okay, so sometimes a really good way to have quiet time with God is to pray and close your eyes, right? Another way is to read the Bible and Bible stories.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes doing an activity and remembering God is a really good way too. So we're going to have a homework assignment for everybody at the end that's going to help you with your quiet time with God. But for now, we're going to do a craft. Nicholas, you going to come do our craft?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So on this piece of paper, we drew little, hopefully you can see it really good. We drew little lion's heads.
My
And
mom.
I drew it, yeah. And we're gonna let the kids paint, because our lions are missing hair. There's no hair on our lions. Leopard, Levi. There's no hair on the lion. Lev, you need the hair. So, if you guys are lucky and have finger paint, like Aunt Julie gave us for Christmas, you guys can use finger paint, and you're gonna need a fork. If you're not as lucky and you don't have any paint, you can make your own. So I made our own because I put yellow Jell-O to give it the yellow color, water, and some flour until it was the right consistency, which I'll give you guys a close-up, to make this kind of paint. If perhaps you guys have been doing enough messes and slime projects and glitter glue and everything else for your mamas, and they say it's time to use the markers, you can just use markers and crayons and colored pencils. So we'll change it to the other view so you can see how to make a lion's face. So if you guys really need a tutorial on how to draw a lion's face, I'll give you one, but I'm not good at it. So this is pretty simple. Yeah, you wait, Nicholas. So you draw a circle, and my circles are all deformed. Then you make two little ears, two dots for the eyes, a triangle, and a J, and a backwards J. And then the kids will fill it in with yellow. And we're gonna just take the fork, and we're gonna just draw some lion hair. Yeah, you just dab it like this. You know, you keep going. So what's cool about using this kind of paint is gonna be 3D. If you use this paint, we'll do blue, maybe you'll see up. See, we don't have white computer paper at home, so we're using blue. Hold the paper so I can scrape against it. You can use blue, you can use any color you want. And you're just gonna fill it in and make the lines, lapate. So make them furry. It makes furry. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Nicholas
these.
is gonna do that. Okay, you can use these. Nicholas, you gonna sadica?
No, I'm this
Okay.
You want that one?
Oy.
So.
My camera angle is all off, guys. Sorry. So Nicholas wants to use yellow. So this way you can paint with forks. Wow. And Malvin is using a lot of blue. That's not pink or blue, that's yellow. Say yellow.
No, the
Oh, orange. Oh, I thought that was yellow. Use red. Krasny. Make a line. So Malvinочка, flip it over with the flat side of the fork. There you go. That makes it easier.
Mama, there's some over here.
That's okay. You can scrape it off on this little thing. Blue. And then parents, I may be sure protected our table. But this table has gone through a lot of projects and has a lot of staining. So, воно не помешає. But if you have some fancy Haverty's tables or something else, you might want to use a cover. Wow, is that lots of colors?
Good?
Okay. So while the younger kids are doing that, I'm gonna give some activities for the middle class and then for the oldest class. Nicholas is done already, so that was quick. That lasted his attention like 30 seconds. You want to do share?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you guys this activity to do for you to color and cut it out. I'm going to drop it on GroupMe so the parents can print the PDF. So you're going to color it and cut it out. And this little lion tells you more. Okay, wait a minute, okay? This little lion tells you what you're planning to do. So I am planning to make the right choices, right? And I'm going to pray to God. God, please help me make the right choices. Then God, please help me to be honest. God, please, I want to talk to you and pray to you every morning and every night. I want to have that relationship with you. God, I will keep Sunday, the Sabbath day, holy. I will spend time devoted to you and praising you and worshiping you and not zoned out in front of the TV. God, please help me obey my parents. And God, please help me take care of my mind and body. And so everybody that's staying home right now is taking care of their mind and their body, taking care of their body by social distancing, right? So there's that, and I'm gonna cut that out real quick and show you guys how to tie it together if you don't have the special little thing. So while I was cutting that out, my kids finished, and she wanted to show everybody. What do you want to show? How beautiful it is? That's Malvina's. No, Nicholas, you have to wait.
And I'll give you.
Okay, why don't you go find your coloring pencil so you can cut this out? Color this out. That's Nicholas's. Yeah?
Nicholas's gets a hole.
Okay, so I didn't color this because Malvina's gonna color it in a minute, but I did cut it out, and I wanted you to notice that on the head there was a little triangle. Yeah, you're blind. And you had to cut out the triangle. And there's a little dot in the middle of the lion's nose, and there's a little dot right here. Nicholas, don't move the chair. And we need to secure the lion right here so he can still turn. And you can't do that with glue because then the lion won't turn. So, Nicholas, can I see those scissors? Thank you. I poked a little hole in the lion's nose right here. And I poked a little hole. I have to poke a little hole right here. And you want to be gentle so you don't rip the whole paper. And then, only thing I had, Nicholas, move. Move so Mama can do video. There you go, like that. So the only thing I had was this string Malvina had from her craft box. I'm not sure what she uses it for.
I do not use that.
So I threaded the string, or I will thread the string.
Where's my cord?
My string's not working.
My string's
Oh,
not
there we go. I put the string through one hole. So I got the string in, you can see. And I'm gonna make a really tight knot on one side and then a really tight knot on the other side. Betcha, come still hold this. Make sure you align it right.
You still can't hold it.
You might have to, depending how big your hole is, you can make 2 knots and it'll keep it secure. Okay. We got it. I think. I hope. Something like that.
No.
And then you turn the face to highlight a different part of your prayer. Okay. That does not look how I want it to look, but if we were in Sunday school, we would be able to do it correctly, but it's okay. You guys can do that, and that can help the middle kids see what they want to pray about. Okay, so older kids, you get to make a prayer wheel. So you can take 2 pieces of paper, or I took 2 plastic plates that I had, and you're gonna draw lines. First you draw it in half, then you draw it in half again, then you draw it in half again, and then again. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. And it gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections on my plate. So the idea behind this plate is that it's gonna help you guide your prayers. I did mine about people I wanna pray for. So we have parents and siblings that we pray for, right? Our pastor, our teachers, our doctors and nurses that take care of us, especially right now, and the policemen and firefighters.
Especially Mr. Hernandez.
Dr. Hernandez, yeah, you want to pray for Dr. Hernandez. I have our president and our nation on here. And what other people do you want to pray for?
My cousins and my friends.
Your cousins and your friends, okay. And what about your grandparents?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I was just supposed to say that.
Were you about to say that? Okay. So once you filled out your chart, you can do things you are thankful for, or you could also put your worries or needs that you want to pray for on this prayer wheel. So you put a general category, so when you're praying, you know how to expand on that. Okay, you're gonna get BB. So on your second plate that goes on top, you want to cut out a triangle. So I'm gonna look about how big my sections were. So about this big, roughly. And I'm gonna cut the triangle.
Well, my scissors aren't. Yeah.
Mama's magical. You wanna cut out the triangle?
I'm magical too.
Yeah, you are. And then I cut it a little small, so I have to make it bigger so I can see what's in what's in the space.
That you're gonna pray for what day?
Yeah, that's things I want to pray for today. That's what I want to focus my prayers on. So all the people in our lives.
So it's gonna show you what you want to pray, who you want to pray for.
Yeah, so when I'm
That
praying,
night or day.
yeah, so when I'm praying, I'm gonna turn it. Boy,
You're gonna turn it.
I'm gonna turn it. Let's say to pray for my parents and siblings, and I will know that I'll pray to God to keep them safe, to keep them healthy, to help them not be bored, because I'm sure Rafael is bored.
I'm bored.
You're not bored. You have all this fun stuff you're doing.
Well, I do get bored.
This one?
I watched TV for a long time.
Yes,
Like
I just
yesterday.
watched TV for a long time, yeah. Okay. So once you want to make sure you can see your words in there, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to poke a hole right in the middle.
Raphael's gonna have fun doing this.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Rafael, are you here? Malvina thinks you're going to have fun doing this. You're going to poke your hole. Oh, and I made my hole too big, probably. What? I made it too big.
Oh no.
Oh no. And then if it's too big,
Mom,
hopefully my
what is
thingy.
this?
Yeah, Mama cut it that. Hopefully my thingy doesn't fall out. Ouch! Careful, don't poke yourself.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same string from this line.
Mommy,
Oh, you know what we could have used? Oh, I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go find it real quick. So I found a better way to do this. Instead of a string, you can take a paper clip or a push pin. Paper clip's probably safer, depending on your age. And you poke it through, and you tape the back, so it can't move. And there you go. Your wheel is ready. So the purpose of this wheel is to help you guide your prayers. So when you're praying, you open a section up, and you pray for your grandparents, and you pray for their health. And
or you play what it shows you.
yeah, you pray what it shows you. So you can pray for your cousins and your friends.
Oh yeah.
And it'll help guide your prayers. So Malvinka's coloring our last craft. And all kinds of colors is a lion.
And for my little pencil.
Nice. Okay, so color in the lion and I'll show you what we have to do next.
More.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at cutting out shapes.
It's okay. So Malvina's cutting out our lion. And if you don't have a printer, you can do this yourself. So take a piece of paper and just draw a lion's head, color it in, and cut it out. It has to be a little bit bigger than a toilet paper roll. Since everybody has so much toilet paper, we're gonna have some activities with the rolls. So as you can see, this lion is a little bit bigger than the toilet paper, and when we cut it out, we'll glue the back and the front to the toilet paper, so we're gonna have a toilet paper lion puppet. So Malvinka colored the front, and now she's gonna put a lot of glue on the back, And I took a toilet paper roll and I kind of squished the sides to make it square, to make it stand, because the paper we're using is not cardstock, so it won't stand. So make sure you put it around and then put some on the edge of this. Put it all over these edges. Good job. And then press it down. Yay. And then put it all over those edges, like really good.
And then this one without a lot of glue. That's good glue, right, Mama?
Mm-hmm. And then I'll flip this over.
Does that make sense?
No, because we didn't use special paper. So once it dries, we'll be able to lay him down like this.
No,
Oh.
I him down like.
Yeah, but don't do it yet until it dries. So that's gonna be your little lion puppet.
It's not a puppet.
It's a toilet paper puppet.
You can just hold them later.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed crafting with us. And while you're doing this at home and maybe you can't go to the store, okay, Petey, I want you to remember that you have to get creative and think outside the box. So maybe you have to make your own paint, or maybe you don't have any paper, but Mama cleaned out her filing cabinet and she has some old documents that you can use the back of that aren't important. And you can always make a puppet out of toilet paper. And if you don't have a little bracket, you can use a push pin and fold the back over. So now that you've done all your crafting and got all the Wiggles out, I think it's a great time to do your quiet time. And today, our homework assignment for all of you, and you have to take a picture of your homework and put it on GroupMe, is this. You want to hear the homework assignment?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to build a tower. Now, the biggest tower is gonna win, but it's not about how big it is, it's how many pieces it is. We're gonna build our tower out of Legos, but maybe you don't have Legos at home. So you can use toilet paper rolls, you can use pasta boxes, you can use pillows, you can use anything you can imagine. You can put scraps of used paper, but the important part is that each piece that you add to your tower has to be a prayer you say to God. So maybe for this, you're thankful for. For this piece, we're thankful for Mama. For this piece, we're thankful for Tata. And this piece, we're thankful for God. And then the next piece could be something you want to pray for, like a need. So maybe you're worried.
Like your grandma or
your grandma, yeah, so anything. Maybe you're worried your need is going to be that you're worried you're going to run
food.
out of food. Maybe you're gonna run out of ice cream and you love your favorite ice cream, so you're kind of worried you're gonna run. That might sound silly, but for someone that might be important.
Mm-hmm.
And
But we're not gonna run out of our ice cream, because when we run out of the ice cream, we're gonna make popsicles.
yeah, so you can make popsicles. There's always a way to be creative out of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys build your towers and add them to the church, to the Sunday school group meet, so we can all vote on whose tower is the biggest. And if you want to get
lots of them.
yeah, and if you want to get super creative and you have a lot of time, you can make a little skit of Daniel at the Lion's Den. So you can use your brothers and sisters and as a family make a skit, or you can use some stuffed animals, or you can use Barbie dolls, and you can make a little skit of,
Older kids are
I know, but the older kids can like read the Bible and make sure they get exactly right the words and make a whole skit. Like you do, pretend, dress up, make your costumes. You can make a set. You guys can go all out. But your main homework assignment is to build a tower. So you guys have fun. I hope everybody has a blessed and peaceful week. And remember to
make this.
Remember to make those. Remember to work on your relationship with God, because it's the most important thing in our life. See you next week. Say bye.
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 See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next